What's up, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage. Today we're going to be replacing the thermostat housing, the thermostat gasket, and the thermostat on this 2008 Jeep Wrangler. You'll see here we have a little bit of a coolant leak coming from this thermostat housing, and we're going to replace the housing, in case the housing is warped, and the gasket, just to be safe. You'll see my radiator hose is a little collapsed here too. I'm thinking we might have an issue here with the radiator cap as well, so we are going to order one of them along with go to the store and pick up an upper hose. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and start taking this apart. So it's super easy. There's just two 10mm bolts here and here, but the first thing we need to do is drain the radiator, and that drain is right up here. You'll see the little nipple and the little square right there. So we're going to go ahead and start draining that into our catch can over here. Alright guys, we got our radiator drain in here. The easiest way to get to the petcock here is if you go ahead and remove these two clips. There's going to be a clip here and a clip on this side for this panel here, and then you just kind of shift the panel over to the right, and that'll give you access to the radiator petcock. So we're just going to let this drain, and then we're going to come topside and take care of what we need to take care of up here. Now what we have here, this is an empty bottle, but we have a full bottle of Prestone concentrate, and then we have a bottle of distilled water. So we're going to basically make 2 gallons out of this one. I usually like to buy it this way when I can, is in concentrate. That way you're not basically buying water, and it's not really much more expensive to get it concentrate. So let's let this finish draining. Off camera, I'm just going to go ahead and mix my coolant. I'm going to dump half of this into here and then top them both off with water. Alright guys, so while we have this draining, we're just going to go ahead and move this air snorkel out of the way in preparation of getting our 2 10mm bolts here off. There's one there, one here, so let's get at it. Alright guys, well, we found out why this one was leaking. You'll see here all I did is pull the intake snorkel off and move it over to the side, and I unplugged the throttle body. In lieu of a new gasket, whoever did this job last used blue RTV, and that's a no-no. So now I have to sit here and clean all the RTV off of the top of this, and I also have to prevent all of that crap from going in there. So I'll probably stick a paper towel in there, and then I'm going to go over the top of this with some emery cloth and a razor blade and clean it up real nice. Alright guys, so this is what we got. We went ahead, scraped it clean, and then wiped it with emery cloth. And we have a rubberized gasket here, so that should help this seal, because that isn't by no means perfect, but it'll work. But we're actually going to run to the store now and go grab our upper hose and a new radiator cap. So when we get back, we'll put this thermostat housing back together with the new thermostat and housing in it, and we'll proceed. So it would appear that I don't even need this gasket because it doesn't fit the correct way with this on there. I just tried to do it off camera. I just wanted to show you this. This is the way your jiggle valve should be installed. It's a little clocked off to the right at like a 2 o'clock position. But we're going to go ahead now, slide this down into place. And then the torque spec for this is 100 inch-pounds. We're going to call it good and tight. So let's go ahead. We're just going to use this little 1/4 inch ratchet, tighten it down, and then we got our new upper hose, and we have a new radiator cap, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, we got this snugged up. You'll see it there. So now we're going to go ahead and get our new upper hose on, put our air snorkel back in, and start filling her up with coolant. Alright guys, so we got our upper hose on. Every chance I get, I'll reuse these spring clamps. I like them so much better than the screw-on hose clamps because they always keep tension on the hose. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead, like I said, let's put our snorkel back on. We're going to get our spill-proof funnel set up here, and we're going to burp the cooling system. Alright guys, we have her running. We have our spill-proof funnel set up, and we're just going to monitor this for air bubbles, and we're going to wait for our upper and lower hoses to become hot, and at that point, we'll be done. Alright guys, off camera, we went ahead and emptied and cleaned our overflow bottle. Our upper and lower hoses are both warm now, and you'll see we're almost done bubbling. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and pull our spill-proof funnel off. We're going to dump the contents of our funnel into the overflow, and then we're going to top off the overflow with some nice fresh coolant. put our new radiator cap on. As a matter of fact, our cooling fans just kicked in, which is a dead giveaway that our thermostat has open. So let's go ahead, do what I said, and go from there. Sorry guys, with our run to the store to get some parts, we actually ran out of daylight and my camera light just turned on and it blinded me. Sorry about that. But no, we got everything done here. You'll see we have our brand new radiator cap on, our new upper hose, our new thermostat housing and gasket and thermostat. Everything's good. Both hoses are nice and hot. We're starting to build up some pressure in the cooling system. And I just took the liberty of hosing this thing off real quick. And we topped off our overflow here with some nice fresh coolant. So we're gonna go take it for a rip. It should burp itself the rest of the way if there is any air left. But that's about it for this video. So if this video helped you replace the thermostat on your 2007 to 2011 JK or JKU, do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to drop a link down below to all the products we used, the housing, the gasket, the thermostat, the coolant, spill-proof funnel, everything down below. If you need it, buy it. It gives us a small cut and we appreciate it. So like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.